in the full swing of things when it comes to the Big Bad Mission arc, beginning in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. This is the first episode, and by the end we got the rematch, Goku versus Beerus. They did not waste any time with the pacing. This is what I mean when you have an arc to build towards in comparison to a single episode. Yes, it was a special, but unless like casually you're revising Super Dragon Ball Heroes, you're not going to know what's going on. So that was my main criticism in the previous episode, is bland because there wasn't much to it. Here, okay, now we got something. First off, we got a new opening, or technically we got the old opening song for Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which is synonymous for the series. Obviously, people who only watch the promotional anime are going to think it's new. It's not. It's just like a different song with new visuals. That's what we got. And it makes sense given it's the 10th anniversary of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so that's why they used the song. I like it, it's a breath of fresh air. So, the teaser that we got was pretty much for that opening. And right away, we start off at the Time Nest with the Time Patrol. And again, unless you're familiar with Super Dragon Ball Heroes or possibly Dragon Ball Xenoverse, you're not going to know how important that is. So we start off with Chrono with the Supreme Kai of Time, Trunks, and Pan, Time Patrol Pan. So that's pretty cool. We're in the visuals, so they made an appearance. We find out pretty quickly that Toki Toki's already left for Universe 7. We didn't know that at the time, but you can kind of infer what's going on. So they need to get Toki Toki back because it's important, a vital asset to the Time Patrol. So that leaves Trunks and Pan to go after Toki Toki. Meanwhile, the first person to encounter Toki Toki is Goku, of course. And what's really surprising about this scene, though, is you had Goku, you had Vegeta, but you had the rest of the Z, well, not all of Z fighters, but you had Krillin, 17, Gohan, plus Vegeta, and Piccolo. So wow, they really did not promote that in the visuals whatsoever. They kept that hidden, especially Gohan. That was a big deal. I just hope he has some type of big role like Universe 7 kind of had in the previous arc, hopefully. So I did find it awkward since he was in the episode, and also we got an alternate version of Pan. Did anybody not notice that connection? Nobody asked any questions about that, by the way. So here they are. Because Toki Toki gets scared because in come the Guards of Destruction, all 12, like pimps coming from the sky. And they immediately, we come to find out why they're there, and it's revealed that they're not brainwashed as sorts. They got a kind of like a prophecy. It's going to go down. Like there's a bird escape that has the ability to erase universes within the 7th universe. So that's why they're there. I'm curious why the rest of the destroyers are there, unless it was an order by the Taishinkan. We don't really know. So I'm glad it wasn't a case of them being manipulated. So there's another layer to this arc. But it does lead to the Battle of Universe 7 because the gods are some of the gods are threatening to destroy it.
After all this time, I'm so glad we got to find out what Toki Toki can actually do other than lay an egg of time. So it turns out Toki Toki can actually blow away an energy of destruction by Beerus. So that was surprising. It might have actually been a reference to Beerus doing the same thing with Seedra's energy of destruction where Frieza returned to Earth in Dragon Ball Super. But I just love how Toki Toki did it to Beerus so casually. And Beerus is like dumbfounded. It's like, what the hell? No, what happened here?
And then Pan actually doing something useful is like get Toki Toki the hell away out of there. This was a very simple episode to get by. But Pan and Trunks, so that's going to be it for Pan. So she dips with Toki Toki. They can't sense its key, so they can't go after her. Plus, it's part of the time patrol. So that was resolved pretty quickly. And I do like when he bumps into Goku and Vegeta again. They're like, Vegeta's like, we've already met the Trunks, but this is a different version from an old timeline. So I like how they referenced that a little bit. So then you got the 12 guards about to rain down Hakai, led by Beerus. So that's pretty cool. But then it looks like Beerus is hesitating because he wants to do this himself, but I don't think he wants to destroy the Earth. And that's another thing too, is like, where the hell's the angels at? I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to make an appearance at some point, just like get some more emphasis on what's going on here. So this mysterious bird that has the ability to erase universes is called the bird of catastrophe, and by the end of the episode, we get to see what it looks like. We got spoiled in the visuals that we got for this arc. It ends pretty much with Goku and the rest saying, we're not going to let you do that. And Beerus says he's going to handle this by himself. I hope the rest of the gods get to see what they can do, because we haven't seen that outside of the clash we got before the Tournament of Power with Lakor, Iran, and Iraq at the World of the Void before the Tournament of Power, like I mentioned. We kind of got a brief battle royal in the manga, but most people don't really go for the manga, so that's already exposure to gods clashing, unless you count the filler between Beerus and Champa. So I really hope we get to see what the rest of the gods can do. They're not possessed, which is great. Goku and Vegeta, they power up to blue. The rest, Gohan, even Krillin, which was surprising, they're going to step up, even though they don't stand much of a chance. But at least they're going to try and do something, so I appreciate that. Trunks says I'm going to fight too, which...
And also, since it's Time Patrol Trunks, for those who catch up on Super Dragon Ball Heroes, we know Trunks has two forms different to what he had in Z. One of them is Super Saiyan 3, and the other is Super Saiyan God. So we could see one of those two forms, I hope.
This is taking place right after the special episode. There's no point to air that episode if it's not going to have some type of relevance in this arc. The only relevance it has right now is introducing Few, which we don't... I mean, I don't really know what the purpose was, unless there's some type of payoff for that special episode. That's all I'm saying. Like, why would you have that episode if it's not going to lead to anything? It just doesn't make any sense. And I get it, it's a promotional anime, but still, they have had instances where they have given us great detail on certain characters. At the end of the arc, we got more insight into what Hearts was all about. Kind of insight into what came in and Autumn were all about, the Sephorian twins, and I guess to a fault, Cumber as well, because we know he is a character to Super Saiyan God. We just don't know where. So that's been confirmed. So they don't usually do that unless it's leading to something. So that's why I have kind of an issue with the previous episode, especially with the visual. I'm going to go on about this because it is clickbait. It does seem that way. Unless they lead to something in the next episode or the next couple of episodes. Again, the pacing was pretty quick. We already into the Goku versus Beerus fight, which we knew we were going to get, so that's going to be pretty cool to see. Yeah, it is Super Dragon Ball Heroes, but we don't have Dragon Ball Super on the horizon unless we get an announcement when it pertains to the anime. This is as close as we're going to get to a rematch, so that's cool. The rest of the gods can do, but my main issue is the visual. You had to jump faster, like there's other characters they portrayed other than the gods of destruction. And Few, right? So, but I don't know why you'd include them if you have no purpose of using them in this arc. So, and we know the tree is involved in this arc. The universal tree was confirmed. That's what it is. Which, to be honest, it does sound like a copy of the universal seed. So it's going to be the same. It's got to be the same plan, right? Gather energy. Then we'll get to see what Few's been up to. He's creating another experiment, and we found out that the bird of catastrophe is named Doki Doki, and it's with Few, so go figure, right? So I don't know what relevance that bird's going to have unless it's going to really erase universes. That's some broken stuff. We already have a broken Pokemon by the name of Zeno. Now we have a broken bird who can erase universes. So, and we also had Hearts in the previous arc, who gained the God Slayer abilities, right? So what we get with Beerus versus Goku, but in blue. This is the first time we get this in animated capacity, so that's going to be pretty dope to see. Again, my only issue is the visual they had in Jump Festus, so unless those characters have some type of role, I don't know why you would have them in visual in the first place. So that's my main gripe. But all in all, it was an enjoyable first episode to introduce into this arc. I like how they get introduced into the Time Patrol. If you notice the preview, looks like we're going to get the Time Patrol version of Goku and Vegeta show up and meet Capital Corp Goku and Vegeta. So that's going to be pretty cool. But I hope this doesn't mean we won't get to see what Gohan and 17 and the rest of Piccolo, they hopefully get some chance to shine. You have enough characters now to have a battle royal with the rest of the gods, so why would you include them if it's just going to be Beerus? Let me know what you guys think down below. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.